Let's go to the planetarium, everyone. Use the star crest? Sure. Alright, let's see what is up here that we can learn about the king. Or me, or whoever. There's a big window over there, see? Yeah, already saw this stuff. Dots in the sky, though. That's stars. Those are stars, right? Stars, like the king's armor. Indeed, we should look around. That we should. Paper, you unroll one. It's a star chart. Okay. Roll the paper, you unroll one. Star chart. Very well. Pile of papers, something written on them. Looks like a child tried to write down their first word. That sure is an awful handwriting. A determined child. Looks like they tried to write the same word on all those papers. Maybe that's the name of the country that got disappeared into nothing. And the person was trying to write it down, but they couldn't remember what it is, or for some reason, like the mimetic effect extended to their ability to write it. So, like, they couldn't write that one word even though they really, really wanted to, or whatever. Pile of papers, but you can't read it, but you are not able to read it. Why am I not able to read it? Why in such big text? There's a book in Cabuan on the table. You look at Odile. Vogard, how rare. The title translates to Colors Through Time. It seems to be an essay about color theory. Color theory? Let's read. We don't have time for this. Yeah, you don't really care. You can go and reread the book about colors in the secret library if you're so curious. Right. Star chart. What's it drawing for? Looks pretty good. Not really. Just dots. Dots on a map. Looks like this sky we can see through the window. Could it be some kind of a drawing of the stars? Map of the stars, but what for? You gently touch the map. For some reason you feel empty. Globe? We are here. As a view points to where you are on the lower half of the globe. Volgard, land of change. Kaboo is here. Bill points to a big country far from Volgard. Kaboo, a country you visited at least once. Bambush is here. Points to a spot almost on the edge of Volgard. You look away from the globe. Alright. It's a pillar, nothing there. The pillar, alright. What do these books say? Some books. Just looking at them gives you a headache. There's definitely something interesting about this. Telescope, it's dusty. What's that? I've seen one of these before. That's a telescope. I think you watch the sky with it. Like clouds, like stars, I think. During the night, since they're not here during the day. Stars, boring. Big window. Stars. But don't they only appear at night? We left early in the morning, so it should still be light outside. I've heard it's always nighttime near the king. Maybe this is his influence? It was dark around the house yesterday too, remember? The stars. Stars like the king's armor. Stars like the king keeps mentioning. Stars like Loop and like Sifrin. You should remember them. Something in you tells you should. Every time you raise your head and look up at them, you feel like something you've done dozens, hundreds, thousands of times. But you can't remember any of it. You can't remember what you were even trying to see looking up at them. The king? Every time you face him, he asks you the same question. Do you remember? Remembering is not something you're very good at. There's so much you can't remember. You're a very forgetful person after all. You can't remember basic items. You forget where you're going half the time. You can barely remember people's names. You've noticed you're starting to forget whole loops. You can barely remember anything that happened before you started looping in time. You can barely remember anything that happened before. 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 Before what? You breathe out and unclench your fists. What you can and can't remember doesn't matter much now, does it? It kinda does, but whatever. The king. Does he want you to remember something? Does he... You should go back and ask the king what he wants you to remember later. Sif, you okay? Lost in thought, Siffrin? You open your eyes, smile, and shake your head. You have to keep going. Pile of papers, but you are not able to read it. Why? This, I think this text implies that you are very much able to read it, but Siffrin just does not want to whatsoever. I guess it's time to loop back, and I'll talk to you when I've met the king. At one point, I saw another, like, reflection of Siffrin while walking through the second floor. You know, when like that one time when the Siffrin sprite appeared in the corridor when I was going towards the right. I think it was on the second floor, like way back. Today, I got that again. This time I was going left and up on the second floor. So that's something, I guess. I don't know. Right, let's see. What can I ask the king? You remember? I remember you. Is that so? We shall fight. Yeah, we shall see which side the universe favors. It's mine. Enough for this part, sure. Alright, let's ask the king. Ask? What should I remember? Every single time you face him, he asks if you remember. There's something he thinks you should know, should remember. But does it really matter, Siffrin? He could be just trying to confuse you. Yeah, speaking in riddles to Frin. Stop trying to confuse him. He hasn't forgotten anything. But you have, haven't you? Try not to think about it, but... What have I forgotten? Forgotten? Oh, bright one, why? Why would you ask? Don't you know at this point what you've forgotten? Haven't you always known? Can't you see the hole it has left behind? If not what it used to fill? Don't you feel it? Its absence? All of it. You've forgotten it all, bright one. They all have. We all have. No one can say it. No one can even remember it. It escapes us. It will keep escaping us. Oh, why don't you remember? I can tell. Everything from your accent to the way you use craft, to the stitching on your cloak and hats, to the pins you wear. You should remember. You and I, all while standing here, should remember. Right one, please, just remember it. Say it, make it real, please. If you can remember, then maybe. What's happening? Is he okay? Something we've all forgotten? I haven't forgotten anything, stupid. Sif, something you've forgotten. Something everyone has, even if they don't pay attention to it. The hole it has left behind. Let me just check. I am recording. Yes, okay, good. The hole it has left behind. Something bigger than just the stars. What you're trying to remember doesn't exist anymore, but someone might still have written proof it existed, haven't they? Asked the king. Nothing else to ask. Was it always this easy to fight the king? Like before, as always, Mirabelle's attack brings the king to his knees. No, I can't disappear. Not yet. Not when I still can't say it. So, like, definitely, once we learn what that is, the door in the back opens and, like, we enter, like, maybe the king even becomes our ally. Who knows? But I do know shit's gonna go down as soon as I learn what the name of this place is.
Sometimes foreshadowing is relatively obvious.
That attack of yours, Did it work? Mm-hmm. You're happy to see them happy. We did it. Yep. We sure did. Let me just real quick record. Everyone is sealed. Save your progress. You close your single eye. I wonder if Loop remembers. Let's see, can I call Loop? Because if I can't call Loop, then that's... yeah. That's probably a good thing that I can't call them, because that should mean that something's changed, and I need to go talk to them in person. Once more. Yeah, skip all the dialogue. Here again. Here again at the end of the world. Time won't ever go farther than this. Who knows if it will never go farther than this? It probably won't right now. Maybe at some point it will. You can talk to everyone, stretch this moment out as long as you can, but it's all over if you talk to her. Anything different here? I'll come by, Bamboosh, sure. I'm guessing not much is going to be different here, but I do think Odile might be a bit suspicious of me. I think she might be catching on that I'm a little too competent. I know a little too much. Yeah, follow the script, I can never go back, yep. We did it, we beat the king, yep. Wanted to tell me something, not important. Didn't work the first time, but you could tell me your thing now. You look at him in this moment, you can tell he means it. You, on the other hand, always mean it. Glad we're friends too. Yeah, nothing else different here, huh? Yep. Alright. Let's go back. Yes. Very grateful. Sure, yep. Yeah, and there it goes. I wonder if anything's gonna be different in the ending sequence. Soon, everyone is doing the same thing as usual, until they notice you. Yep, now everyone's gonna be real concerned for a bit. Something wrong? You smile. In this moment, she loves you. I think I've already seen this stuff. What's happening? In this moment, he loves you. In this moment, they love you. In this moment, she loves you. Yep. Something's happening. The air around us, it feels like... Yep. It's my fault that you have to suffer like this. Yep. I mean, it is definitely her fault. You could do this forever. Alright, let's talk to Loop. Let's see what we have forgotten. In this moment, you were loved. How nice. You're back here. It was fun helping everyone out. You missed your cue a few times, didn't you? That was a nice rehearsal, but you bet you could help everyone even better next time. I think Siffrin's having a little bit of an existential crisis. They seem to flip-flop between fucking horrified, depressed, and extremely happy very quickly. You're up, here again. Have you thought about a sleepover? Yep. Talk to you later. Carrot method, sure. Right, let's talk to this guy about Chateau Castle. Last one you see? I know how it ends. What? No, that's a lie. I think you're lying to me right now. you explain the contents of issue 87 as best as you can. What? Lord Josephine is just a guy? That's an ending better than my wildest dreams. He was just a guy. He was just a guy. He saved so many people, made the world a better place, and everyone thought it was because of who he was, of his past, but he was just a guy. Oh, tears are coming out. Before you can try to figure out how to respond, they've already taken out a lovely handkerchief and blown their nose into it. Thank you. I'm so glad I got to know this before. Here, take this. You got the first issue. Put the first issue in your pocket for Odile to equip later. Now, can you please leave? I need to lay in bed and think about this ending. What does the first issue do? Still, dense book, the first issue. The beginning of an adventure boosts crit chance. A little less damage, but that's a decent crit chance. I'll take that, sure. Let's go talk to Loop. Hey Stardust, how can I help you this wonderful new Loop? I have a question. I can't ask about what the king was saying. What should I do next? Alright, let's see. Maybe ask about the king. What should I do now? The king says everyone has forgotten something, including himself, including you, but why would anyone write down what they've forgotten? Why would anyone know it's important if they can't remember, except, you know, don't you? Something no one can remember, something other than the stars? You have proof, you just need to go and find it again. You don't want to have to open that diary again, but you have to. To go back to the planetarium place? Questions? Help in general? What to do? Yeah, help him all. Yes, I do want to help him. Yeah, I've already seen this dialogue. So maybe if I ask about the time loop, maybe that'll be something a little different. Nothing specific about them. Find out more about the loops. What should I do now? I don't know if there's anything you can do to find out more about the loops right now, but you have other things to do, don't you? You still have to find out more about the king. After all, you can go back to your loop quest after you're done with this, don't you think? Yeah, so I guess... Where could this diary of mine be? It could be in the library, because Sifrin was looking a little down when talking about the libraries the diaries that we could read in that library. It could be in the planetarium. That place does seem to have some very interesting stuff relating to, well, the stars. So I think those are the only two places that I can go right now, honestly. Never mind. Nothing. Alright, see you later. They gently wave goodbye, give them a nod, and walk away. So, back here, and I can't seem to be able to read these. I did loop forwards, which I don't usually do. And yeah, I'll check this place out a bit more. Yeah, pile of papers, but you are not able to read it. Something really is preventing Sifrin from even trying to read it. I do wonder where the diary is. Some books, just looking at them gives you a headache. Kabua. And not much seems to be there. Roll one star chart. Let's call a loop. Close your eyes. Loop speaking. Thank you for calling. How may I help? What should I do next? So many different things. What do you need help with? The king. What should I do now? So, including himself, including you, but why would anyone write down what you've forgotten? Why would anyone know its importance if they can't remember, except you know, don't you? Something no one can remember, something other than the stars. You have proof, you just need to go and find it again. But where? Want to have to open that diary again. What diary? Never mind. What diary is what I'm wondering. Because nothing here seems to be useful. Like, I can't read these. Sifrin just refuses to. Wish I could sit down. I guess we loop back. Which diary, though? Which diary? I do wonder. I seem to have found the journal, the diary that we were speaking of with Loop. Let's see what's inside. Mirabelle catches you looking. This one looks fairly recent. We could read a little bit, like a tiny bit. You probably should right now. Sure. Is what I would usually say, but I'd also, yeah. I tried it yesterday, and I got like the weirdest headache for hours. I tricked my friends into saying it tomorrow. The rest is just doodles of a little girl laughing uproariously. The island north of Volgard, I remember when it happened. Well, remember isn't the right word, is it? We all just know something happened. An entire stretch of land disappearing from people's minds doesn't happen often, does it? I think my village was really close to it. My sister said it was all everyone could talk about for weeks. That's so frightening. I'm glad that never happened. That whatever happened, she didn't get caught up in it. Oh, yeah. Still, that country's name. What was its name again? Oh, I think it was something like Don't Say It, Crab. The name of the country you try to remember. Remember. Only silence answers you. Is this what the king wanted you to remember? Just remember it, say it, make it real. Can't say it, you don't even want to try, but... You turn to Isabeau. But can you try and say it anyway? But why? It's just gonna give me a headache. Isabeau looks at you. Something about your expression makes him reconsider. Well, sure, Sif, I'll say it. That country's name was... I had it before, but now that I'm actively trying to remember it, nothing comes to mind. Is that so? You're dumb, Za, I know it. It's... But... Wait, huh? What's... I can't remember it either, yeah? When you asked me, answering you felt automatic, like if you asked me what 1 plus 1 makes, but trying to remember it now, it's more like calculating 72 times 89. No, that's 6,408. I have a brain and I know how to use it. What? Isabeau? Nah, it felt more like asking me to remember my first steps. How can I remember that? I can't remember that. How can you expect me to remember that? What a terrible analogy. But I can't seem to remember it either. When we were talking about it, I could think it clearly, but trying to remember it now, let alone say it. I can't remember the country itself either, just remember it was an island north of Volgard and it had a different belief than Change Belief, didn't it? Something about the sky? You know, the universe? That's right, the universe. Oh yeah, like stars and stuff. We also know that people could accidentally skipped it, whatever. And... my head is killing me. We know that trying to remember stuff makes your brains hurt. Let's stop here. It'd be bad to fight the king with a raging migraine. Yeah, sorry we couldn't say it, Sif. You don't respond. Stars, so the king is from that country as well? The country no one can remember? Your country? The country you were born in, raised in, spent your entire childhood in? I was right. I turned out to be right. Alright. And yet, even now thinking about it, what it may have looked like, you can't even imagine it. For a long time now, you haven't been able to remember anything about it. You forget it even exists half the time. Anything linked to that country has just stopped existing for you. Your childhood, your parents, your life, your language, your culture, your faith, the stars, the constellations, the universe. It's all gone, forgotten. The king, he was from there, you're sure of it. And then something happened, and the country disappeared without a trace, unable to be remembered by anyone. No one can remember what made everyone forget about its very existence, but something must have, right? But if it happened, if he's so attached to it, he asks you to remember it every single time you see him. If he's so attached to that country, why would he be so obsessed with Vaugarde then? Why would he decide to freeze it all in time? Can't figure it out quite yet, but there must be something somewhere. Maybe he thinks the people of Vaugarde will similarly blow themselves up. Sorry. Something similar to his goal. We shall see. Poem. Let's see, what does the poem say again? We're there all along, but still you return home. You love and hate this poem in equal measure. That you're here on this journey, proof that you're here with your family members. Proof that you love them. Even if you forget, and you forget a lot. It's proof that you and your friends existed. Proof that you were happy. Proof that this moment happened, perfectly frozen in time. After the country was forgotten, the king was welcomed by Vaugarde, wasn't he? Welcomed and helped and loved. To the point where he sees Vaugarde as perfect, but no one knows why the country was forgotten. What's keeping Vaugarde from being forgotten the exact same way? Wasn't it his duty, as thanks for welcoming him, to make sure that such a fate would never befall Vaugarde? What else could he do but make sure that this perfect country was preserved in amber forever? How could he ever let go? You understand the king more than you'd like to. But still, he is. You want to talk to him again. How interesting. How very interesting. Clench and unclench your fists, not knowing what to do with yourself. You try not to breathe too loudly. Sometimes you feel so much anger. Why do they not remember? Why are you the only one living like this? You're not the only one living and knowing and experiencing the same moments over and over again. Why is it just you? Why shouldn't everyone feel this pain? Why should you be the only one stuck here when you've done nothing wrong? Is this some kind of curse? You always feel awful about not remembering, and now you have to live your life knowing that you're the only one who remembers this time? Remembering every single moment, every single sentence, every single battle, wound, death, everyone unaware? You grab fistfuls of your hair and tug. It's not fair, it's not fair, not fair, not fair, it's not fair. You want it all to be over. This loop, this life, you're caught between a sequence of life and death and life again, and going through the motions until the next time loop restarts. It's torture. Every second of it. And everyone is acting like nothing's wrong. Why do they get to ignore it? To keep acting like actors in a play they don't know the ending to? You hate them all, your family members, your whole country, the whole world should know this pain. The whole world should suffer as you have suffered. Get rid of the negative emotions, Sifrin. Just calm down. It's fine. It's gonna be okay. Sometimes you understand the king more than you'd like to. You breathe out, trying to keep your anger close to your body. You'll shake from it, but it's fine. You dust yourself off and exit the bathroom. Everyone refreshed? Nose is powered up. Yep. There we go, another ghost Cyprian. Alright, let's beat him. But not before asking him a few questions first. Do you remember? Does it matter? But what else does? We shall fight, and we shall see which side the universe favors. Is that enough for this part? Sure. Alright, let's ask him. What does he have to say? Where are you from? Will he say it if you ask? Can he say it? Someone asked you this exact question before and you couldn't answer. You couldn't say anything. You forgot it all, but where I'm from. Oh, bright one. If you're asking with such a look in your eye, do you remember then? Can you see it? Can you picture it, bright one? Bright one, please, you can't. To remember. I know you can. We both can. We are the only ones present here who can. What's he talking about, Sif? Sif, are you okay? Bright one. You're trying, I can tell. But the knowledge keeps escaping you, doesn't it? Slipping through your fingers. It is the same for me. But we have to try to remember, bright one. I see flashes of it, of what was. The mountains, the sea, the lightless sands, dark like the night sky. Our country, bright one, our country, our home. We have to say it. We cannot let oblivion win. Our home. We can rebuild it together. Your power and mine. We just have to wish for it. We just have to ask. We just have to say its name. Well then. Sif? No, no, no. No, no, no. He said it, he tried to say it. Your country's name, your... It's gone, it's gone. Did he say it? All of it? Did he say it? You couldn't hear it? Can't remember it? Can't... What's happening? The king is attacking Sifrin. Everyone protect him. Stop talking, king. Leave Frin alone. Your head, it feels like it's splitting in two. Your country, your home. You can't remember it. It's gone, it's gone, it's gone. Gone from your past, gone from your mind, gone from the very planet you stand on, and it was yours. It was yours. It was yours and it's gone and you can't even say its name. But he... If the king could, then maybe. Maybe. Say it. You have to say it. If he couldn't do it, maybe you can. Maybe you both can. Bright one, please, please. You inhale, you try to grasp it, grasp its name. Your throat, your head. It hurts. You spit blood, you hack up, you have to get it out. Bright one, I almost heard it. Please, again, once again, we have to try together. Your entire body hurts. Say it. Your head is killing you. But you have to try, you have to. Sifrin, whatever he's telling you to say, stop it. Frin, Sifrin, but you have to. What do they know, anyway? What do they understand, anyway? Pain of not remembering your own blinding country. Your own home. The king is right, you have to get it back. You have to get it back. You inhale. Someone is screaming. You realize it's your own voice. Your throat feels raw. Your head feels like it's splitting in two. Your stomach feels like a black hole. The scent of your sugar is all around you, so thick you almost gag on it. You can't hold on to anything. But it's all gone. Ah. You cough until you can't move or even breathe anymore. Your throat hurts. You couldn't say it. You couldn't say it. What's the point anyway? What's the point of saying its name? What was the king thinking? It's gone. Your home is gone. It has been for a long time. There's nothing you can do to bring it back. Doesn't the king see that? Doesn't he see that you have to let it go? You start laughing. Will you ever take your own advice? Need to go and talk to the king. One last time. All right. Maybe. Could you do it if you did a little bit of setup beforehand to take less damage? Or was it scripted? I do wonder. I'm gonna do the setup real quick, and I'm gonna talk to Loop. And yeah, we're just gonna see what happens because now I'm very, very, very interested. Da, da, da. What? Once again, you didn't catch anything, but it's fine. No fish, huh? You jump. They speak? You just started fishing with such confidence. And yet you do not even look a little bit disappointed at not catching anything. So you must have guessed that there's no fish in this river? Yeah, I noticed. Sorry. I'm surprised you noticed. This river used to be plentiful a few months ago, and then I noticed I was catching less and less fish. Of course, this is connected with the arrival of the king. My guess is that the king's curse froze people, yes, but it froze rivers and the fish inside it too. The fish upstream of Dormont must all be frozen in time by now. We also have less bugs than usual and less birds than usual. Our ecosystem's dying slowly. So even our village has somehow left untouched by the curse forever. We would all starve to death eventually. I hope you manage to beat the king tomorrow, so the river fish come back. I don't know. I think maybe the king can be a good ally in this. Maybe if he wasn't freezing things, and he was instead helping us. What does Loop have to say? How can I help you on this wonderful new loop? Let's talk about something. My turn, actually. Why don't you tell your little team about the loops you're stuck in? You didn't need to tell them before because you thought you'd be able to help them with this power. But what about now? I can still do it by myself. Okay. I have a question. I've been seeing myself in the house. Yourself? Like how? You tell Loop about how you saw yourself walking around the house a few times. An image of yourself walking around the house. Maybe they're reflections? Remnants of your past loops? I wouldn't know. Remnants? Odell uses the same word to describe the sadnesses. Could it be a sadness? You see a copy of you walking around and you assume it's a sadness? Are you sad, Stardust? I'm gonna go ahead and say they're linked to your loops. If they are, you might see them more and more as you loop through time. No, nothing, I guess. See you later, Stardust. Let's stop fighting. Siffrin, what are you? You don't need to fight anymore, do you? You understand what the king wants, how he feels. If only you could make him understand. We don't have to fight, we're looking for the same thing. I know, I understand why you're doing this, but this isn't the way to do it. We can protect this country another way, you don't need to freeze it forever. Do you really want it all to end? Let's just stop fighting, leave this country be. We don't need to keep holding on to it. Let's just let it go. We have to let it go, King. I... Perhaps you are right, Bright One. Let us stop this battle. Let us talk to one another. As people from the same country. The king has stopped fighting you. You lower your dagger. Siffrin, is this it? You're gonna stop just like that? Boniface, you destroyed my home, froze my sister, froze all of Augard in time, and you'll just stop just like that? Oh, I will. I have fought for long enough, and I'm starting to realize that even if I did win, my victory would be short-lived. Because you'd be frozen in time yourself, maybe? Stupid. Perhaps, but if someone from my own country is the one asking, then shouldn't I listen? After all, only a fellow compatriot would understand my pain. You said you and Siffrin are from the same country? We don't know where Fryn is from, so what happened? Oh, but that's the problem, isn't it? That's what we'd like to know as well, isn't it? If I mention it, you might be able to remember it for a brief second. The fate of the island north of Volgard. An island north of Volgard? Is it perhaps the one we can't say the name of? The one no one can remember anything about? The very one. That's where you're both from? So then what happened? The king sobs. I suppose your story might be similar to mine, Bright One. One day, I just woke up on a beach on a coast north of Volgard. I woke up slowly, as people sometimes do, expecting to remember where I was, what I was supposed to be doing that day. But nothing came to mind. And as I realized nothing came to mind, I also realized I could not remember a single thing. What was I doing here on this beach? What chores had I had to do on that day? How I got here? Why didn't I recognize my surroundings, my past, my family, my name, the language I spoke, the alphabet I wrote with, the stars, the country's inhabitants, culture, beliefs, its very name? I could not remember anything, because all my memories, everything even slightly connected to the country I came from, just cannot be accessed easily anymore. And it makes sense, doesn't it? No one on this planet can remember our home as it was. Most people from outside it, who had limited ties to it, only forgot the country's existence. Maybe forgot a friend from there, or a distant family member. But for someone who had ties to it, who was born there, who lived in it, breathed it day and night, there would be nothing to remember. There would just be emptiness. I was cut off from my very existence, my entire past, my entire identity, erased. Memories make up the core of who we are, don't they? They're proof that we existed, that we are real. Can you be certain of anything if you do not remember how you learned it? And if you do not remember your past? If you only know it has been erased from your memory because something happened to your home, and if something happened but no one remembers what or why, then what's stopping it from happening again? What if we forget it all? What if we lose it all once more? The king sobs. And you had to make sure it wouldn't happen again, at any cost necessary. And if the universe led you on this path, then it must be what the universe wants. The universe leads. We can only follow. Huh. Oh. Even if you don't agree with my methods, Bright One, I can tell you understand. No matter what, I could not let this happen again. I could not. Not to Volgard, not to Volgardians who housed me, cared for me, loved me. I do not want to forget it all, not again. I will keep the things I love close to me. I will make sure they can keep existing, so that they can be remembered forever. That was what I thought, this whole time. This whole time. But, I can see that I was mistaken. You're right, Bright One. We can find another way to protect the people we love, so please, while I still can, let me change my mind. Let me help you. Change, Mirabelle? Madame, if he truly means it, shouldn't we try? Are we deciding he cannot change? I can't believe that. I want to believe that even the worst person can change. Dill. Please, we have to try. I'm with Mira and Sif. Fine. Okay, I'll follow you, friend, but I don't know, I'll trust you all. I can't do anything anyway. You breathe out. If you can end this loop without fighting, if you and the king can come to an understanding, oh, then, Bright One, Sifrin, won't you stand next to me? I can bring everyone back, make sure they'll all move again. We can save this country together, but I cannot break the curse on my own. Creating the curse was easy, but unraveling it asks for more power than I possess. But with the help of someone else, someone who truly wishes for the curse to be lifted. Is that how it works? It does, if someone wants it enough. Sifrin, should I do it? I don't know, man. Should she do it? I guess I'll go. If all that's needed for the curse to break is your help, you're the one who made the king change his mind, the least you can do is help. Start to walk over to the king. Oh, Bright One. Not that bright after all. Oh well. Ah. Why? The king froze your bodies in time. You can think and move your head still, so it's not over, but you can't move. King, I can't move. Why can't I move? Bright One, Sifrin, is it really all I needed to do? He's kinda dumb. I'm sorry, he was kinda sympathetic, but no, he's just kinda stupid. Whatever. To make you trust me, I just needed to listen to your empty words, to tell you how sad I am. You literally, exploded yourself last time. I think Bonnie's right. He is just kinda stupid. He's kinda a dum-dum. To make you think I was pathetic, to be pitied, you should have told me sooner. Killing you like this was easier than fighting. I'll just loop back, it's fine. Let go of my goal, let go of my wish, let go of the wish that kept me going all these years. I will never let it go. Volgard, our country, I will make sure they are kept perfect forever. Because, oh, I can tell, Sifrin, this isn't how it should be. I saw it all, you know. I saw the signs. The way you came in to face me, like you knew exactly what you were about to fight. The way your companions all flinched hearing my voice, but not you. The way you knew about my home, the way you can keep it at the forefront of your mind. Like you've practiced as I have. Yes, I can tell, Sifrin. I should have won long ago. But something went wrong, didn't it? Victory keeps escaping my grasp. Sifrin, it's you, isn't it? The one who keeps me from winning? How many times have you kept me from victory, Sifrin? You can't breathe. What is he talking about? I can tell, I can feel it, this scent. This overpowering sweet scent. I can taste the power of witchcraft on you. Huh? Witchcraft? I can tell, Sifrin. It's you. You're the one keeping me from total victory. You're the one keeping me from a perfect ending. If only you weren't here. But I am here, motherfucker. What are you gonna do about it? Quick death would be too easy for you. You'd just come back anyway, wouldn't you? So, I just need to make sure that today you learn your lesson. Fuck you. King grabbed onto Bonnie. Bonnie, no. Curse you, King, let them go. Bright One, Sifrin, look at me. You need to learn not to cross me again. I will kill this child and your housemaiden and your fighter and your researcher. I will kill them all one after the other. I will kill them all now and make sure you remember. I'll force you to watch, so you will learn. Rin, the king is tightening his grip. Yes. Bonnie, no, please, no. Come on, stupid body, move, Boniface. No, 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 Bonbon. None of you can move. Your whole body hurts. You can't move, but you have to do something to save Bonnie. You need to find a way to loop back somehow. You need to die. A tear, anything. Just loop back. Just let them go, please. Not Bonnie, please. Your stomach feels like it's caving in on itself. Curse you, King. Curse you and your whole country. Curse you and everything you stand for. You taste sugar on your tongue. Bonnie, you have to loop back. Loop back, loop back, loop back, loop back, loop back, loop back. I could just exit the game right now, but I think that would defeat the emotional moment, so I'm not gonna. Ren, when you come back, remember this. Loop back. Alright. I guess time to kill him again. Watch your chest and try to catch your breath and forget. It's fine. You looped back. It's fine. It's fine. They're fine. Bonnie's fine. Looping resets everything. Everything that just happened has been erased. Everything is back to normal. Bonnie's back to normal. Just go and see them. They're fine. They're fine. They're fine. They're fine. They're fine. You're fine. A whimper escapes you. No, you're okay. Bonnie's okay. Everything is okay. They have to be okay. Just breathe. Breathe, 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 breathe. Bonnie? Bonnie is okay. You're okay. See? Because the way loops work, they won't remember anything. They're not hurt. Everything's back to normal. There's no reason the loops would work differently this time. Just breathe and stand up and make sure. Get back to the stage. Follow the script. You have to make sure Bonnie's okay. I save. I'm gonna make a new save file for this one. Don't talk to him. Change. You look really, really tired. I thought you were taking a nap. Did you sleep well? Not really. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I was going to tell you something, but forget about it. Go on, do whatever you need today. Sure. Do you know if Bonnie's okay? Bonnie? Why wouldn't they be? Saw them near the fields earlier, to the east, if you'd like to talk to him. You nod. Okay, I'll leave you alone. Make sure to rest up, and we'll meet for dinner at the clock tower later. You nod again. Habit takes over, and you tell her about the carrot method. Wait, how did you know about and wink? Okay. You need to see if Bonnie is okay, just in case. Hello. Bonnie's here, alive and whole. Bon. What did you... Bonnie? How are you? I'm... okay. Good. And... how are you? You look bummed out. What's wrong? Nothing's wrong at all. Sure, Sifrin, that's extremely believable. Well... what do you want? Nothing. You have to go and see Loop. This king guy is, number one, really stupid. Number two, really fucking evil. But mostly stupid. The favor tree? You should talk to Isabeau first. I went to talk to Loop. Where's Loop? Hello? Call Loop. No, you need to talk to them in person. What's wrong? I need to do the favor tree thing. Oh, do you need me to leave? Sure. But let's talk later, okay? Oh, is that why Loop wasn't there? Because, he was there. Hey, stop. Just say I told you so and we can move on. I told you so. Do you hear what a stupid idea you had, thinking the king would be turned to good? He's the king. He's probably the reason you're here, or related to it at least. And all you had to do was find out he shares your tragic backstory for you to feel pity for him. He didn't have to lift a finger. And because of you, Bonnie was... Happy Let's Sifrin Say Fuck Day, everyone. Happy Let's Sifrin Say Fuck Day. Anyway, I told you so, but... what he said back then, he mentioned something. Something about wishcraft. He did. What's wishcraft? I don't know. Wishcraft? Crafting wishes? That sounds impossible and way too convenient. But he seems to imply you were using it, and that's what it felt like to me. I've never heard of wishcraft before. Me neither. I wouldn't even know where to find information about it. But that is new information. So as stupid as the whole making friends with the king was, you did find something new. Was it worth it? Every time you close your eyes, you'll still see a hand tightening. I'm also wondering, the way you looped last time, wasn't it? Whatever. It's not like your kid will remember what happened anyway. Just put it behind you. And this whole thing gave you something else, didn't it? Memory to equip? Oh, you didn't even notice. You'll always remember this, after all. Let me do the usual. You got Memory of Memories. When equipped, Memory of Memories allows you to read books you couldn't before. Ones written in that language that gives you a headache. Finally! Finally! Yes! The lore! The plot thickens! It's from your country? Oh, how useful and neat to be able to read your own blinding language. You might as well read any books you find before you forget again, like you do everything else. And if you can read that language, maybe you can explore the house a bit more. Don't despair, Stardust, there's still a path to follow. In the meantime, though, how can I help you on this wonderful new loop? I don't know, what kind of question can I ask? I saw a weird shade. A weird shade when I was fighting the king? Yeah, red. A color? A color? Don't you remember? I think you read a book about it somewhere. Maybe you should look at it again. Try and find other books if you want to find out more. Damn, Sifrin's never seen red. I'm gonna introduce him to the best color combo ever. Black, white, and red. I have a feeling that's gonna age horribly in the future. Right, now... I guess I'll just talk to everyone, do everything that needs to be done, and I'll see you all in the next episode after all the preparations are over. This next one's gonna be an exploration episode. Let me just real quick, immediately equip Memory of Memories. That's... I need to not forget. It's Memory of you. No. Memory of Memories. What does it say? You remember this at least. You can read books you couldn't read before. Alright, yeah. So, I'm gonna see you all in the next video, and we're gonna go exploring absolutely everything.